This video covers NRS 116.31032, which is the declarant giving up control of the association. Under this statute, the declaration may provide for a period that the declarant has control of the association, during which that time they can appoint and remove officers of the association or members of the executive board. They may voluntarily surrender the right to appoint and remove officers before the termination of that period. In that case, they may require for the period during the declarant's control that specified actions of the association or executive board are approved by the declarant before it becomes effective. Regardless of any period provided in the declaration, they must terminate no later than the earliest of, for a common interest community with 1,000 units or more, 60 days after conveyance of 90% of the units. And if the association exercises powers over a common interest community, then 120 days after conveyance of 80% of the units, 5 years after all declarants have ceased to offer units for sale, 5 years after any right to add new units, or the day the declarant, after giving notice to unit owners, records an instrument voluntarily surrendering all rights to control the activities of the association. So for 1,000 units or more, not later than 60 days after the conveyance of 15% of the units that may be created, there must be at least one member and not less than 25% of the members of the executive board elected by the unit owners. Number 2, for common interest community with not later after 60 days after conveyance of 50% of the units, then 1/3 of the members must be elected by the unit owners. If it's less than 1,000 units, not later than 60 days after the conveyance of 25% of the units that may be created, there must be at least one member or not less than 25% of the members of the executive board elected by the unit owners. In the next video, we'll discuss the documents that must be turned over.